What's going on, crypto traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, May 18th. Hope you're having a great weekend. In this video, we're going to do another rapid fire news update, this time for the period May 10th to the 16th. And again, it's not a deep dive detail. It's not a deep dive into it or anything like that. It's just a high level overview in case you missed it. And I do these each week. So if you tick the bell, subscribe, all that good stuff, you'll be notified on any future content. Also, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Exciting week for Coinbase. They are an absolute juggernaut in the space. I've said this from day one. They really are being backed by the elite, and they're going to be one of the top 5 crypto companies when it's all said and done. So Coinbase has officially joined the S&P 500. It's the first and only crypto firm, so that did not take long. And I would agree, crypto is here to stay. This is just a testament of that. And like I said, it only took a couple years for that to happen. I went public in 2021, and just goes to show you how fast this industry moves. It's moving at breakneck speed, and there's going to be many millionaires minted, in my opinion, over the next couple of years as we start to see crypto legislation ushered in the US, the biggest economy and capital market in the world. Also, just in, Ripple in talks with UAE officials to advance financial innovation and strengthen digital payments infrastructure. So they've been talking about moving away from an oil-based economy and transitioning to an innovation-based economy. Like I said, when it's all said and done, Ripple will be bigger than Coinbase. Ripple will be more than likely in the S&P 500, I would think. Ripple will be the biggest company, whether they end up going public or not. I think that they will. I think there's a good chance that they'll announce an IPO at some point toward the end of 2025, maybe beginning of 2026, after the SEC case is over. We have some updates on that as well in just a moment. But I do believe that Ripple will become the world's most valuable company, even more valuable than an Apple or an Amazon or a Microsoft. I believe that they'll become the most valuable, and XRP will be the most valuable digital asset. Speaking of XRP, Bearable Guy 123 has been known for his riddles, and this one is just absolute mind-boggling that this happened. You can see on the riddle with the road here and the pearl leading to the castle. You literally can't make this stuff up. Like, it's a hidden road. So Ripple just acquired Hidden Road, and then let's just zoom in here. So you got the pearl. You have the table with the key, which happened at the round table, right? They had the FIFA Cup, and there was a key on the table for the FIFA Cup. And then you have the hidden road that leads to a pearl. And then you have the castle, which this blue rectangle here matches the exact background of Hidden Road. It's pretty insane. And XRP, USD, and BTC all sitting there on the castle. But as you can see, there's the boats, there's which we could see in the riddle, and there's the friggin' pearl. This is insane how this is all playing out. But it looks like the riddle is complete, and it looks like XRP is about ready to fulfill its destiny. And like I said, over the next few weeks, I think we could see all-time highs really any week now. We have a stablecoin vote on Monday as well. I forgot to include that actually, but we'll just cover that now. So there is a vote on the Genius Act coming up on Monday. So tomorrow, I think there's a very high chance that gets passed, and we see the first crypto bill pass in the US, and then we could see a market structure bill pass at some point between the end of August, and that would be everything that the industry needs in order to take this to the next level. Also, Ripple partners with WEIA to launch XRP Ledger Pilot, delivering blockchain-powered income and credit solutions to 300 Colombian farmers. Also, Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports. Why are you in on XRP? He discusses, FOMO, fear of missing out, and Bitcoin. He found out about Bitcoin when it was at like $8 or $10, and obviously now it's been one of the best investments ever. And then, he was discussing XRP and saying, what if XRP is the next Bitcoin? Well, XRP was created by Bitcoin developers to be a better Bitcoin. So what if it's even better than Bitcoin? I think there's a good chance that could happen. But there was even pictures of him with like Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple after. It's like, oh, come on, tell me you're not that dumb, right? You're a pretty smart dude. You're not just in it because of FOMO. You know what you hold. Also, this was some not so great news, but not the end of the world. Judge Torres in the Ripple versus SEC case has denied the party's motion for the indicative ruling. So if the jurisdiction were to were restored to this court, the court would deny the party's motion as procedurally improper. So essentially the way they went about the settlement was not the proper way. I'm not going to get into the legalese and everything, but essentially they just have to do a little bit more, go back to the drawing board a little bit and follow the proper procedures. There was just like a different code or something like that. They went a different route than they should have. So it's nothing more than a small bump in the road, but nothing in today's order changes Ripple's wins, i.e. XRP is not a security, etc. This is about procedural concerns. So this is Stuart Alderoty, the chief, the legal officer there at Ripple, with the dismissal of Ripple's cross appeal. Ripple and the SEC are fully in agreement to resolve this case and will revisit this issue with the court together. And then you can see here, SEC Gov, the commissioner and chairman Paul Atkins has acknowledged the settlement request, which is to be resubmitted by Ripple and the SEC by the end of day, May 16th, 2025. So we might even see an update this week or next week. He also confirmed that all necessary steps will be expedited and we expect a swift resolution, Fox News confirmed. So again, both parties willing to work together, and it's just a matter of, like I said, just a couple more formalities, crossing of the T's and dotting the I's, but it's all but over at this point. Also, XRP overtakes USDT Tether as third largest crypto after 10% price surge in 24 hours. So USDT reached a record of 150 billion market cap on Monday, and yeah, we exceeded that. So don't worry, everybody, this shitcoin is coming for your Ethereum as well. And just like it did in 2018, XRP's market cap passed Ethereum in 2018. Not many people know that, but in my opinion, it has what it takes to do it again, and it could even flip the granddaddy itself, Bitcoin. In my opinion, I think it will. XRP price needs just 113% surge to flip Ethereum. Will this happen? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? I'm very confident that it will. Also, XRP futures open interest surges by more than 1 billion just in a week alone. And the US SEC delays decision making on Grayscale's Solana Trust, and Solana price brushes off bearish sentiment. So they've been just pushing back ETFs. That's something that we're going to see, more than likely a crypto bill. After that, we're going to see more than likely the case resolution with Ripple and the SEC. And then we're going to see, in my opinion, just an absolute flurry and tons of ETFs pass for these altcoins. And I think that's what's really going to spark full-blown alt season. We're in the minor stages of it now, but I think that, you know, once we get crypto legislation, market structure bill, we'll get the Genius Act, more than likely a market structure bill, and then, like I said, we'll get the case resolution with Ripple. That'll be behind us, and then ETFs galore will be going live for all these altcoins, and you'll see the biggest alt season like you've never seen before. Global liquidity, you might even see rate cuts at the next FOMC meeting in the U.S. for the Federal Reserve. And yeah, who knows? Maybe they might even go back to quantitative easing and start the money printer again. I'm not holding my breath on that, but I am confident that over the next meeting or two, they should start to cut rates, in my opinion. It might even happen at the next FOMC meeting. And that will send markets into full-blown euphoria mode. Also, XRP wallet growth hits 6.5 million as price eyes $6 breakout. And like I said, I think we're a matter of weeks away at this point. It could happen any week now, where XRP breaks 2 new all-time highs. Ripple, XRP, I'm not sure which they're talking about. They're conflating the two. What is it? Is it the company or is it the digital asset? Why are you saying Ripple XRP? Mentioned in IIF's BIS, so Bank of International Settlements response on cross-border payments. We know they've been working with the IMF. We know they've been working with the BIS, multiple organizations around the world. But the Institute of International Finance, IIF, recognized Ripple and XRP in its response to the BIS consultation on improving global payments. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin wasn't mentioned due to its recent launch, but XRP continues to gain momentum in international finance. So it looks like they were referring to both Ripple, the company, and XRP, the digital asset. Not to be confused. JP Morgan, this is also a testament to where we're heading. This is mass adoption on the horizon. JP Morgan completes first ever transaction settlement on a public ledger. And we know that, in this world of, 2025, the banks, the financial system, the payment rails are so antiquated, and it's just a matter of time before they catch up. And even Eric Trump at Consensus, which happened this week in Toronto in Canada, that he was basically saying how broken the banking system is. And yeah, I would agree. It's literally being transformed right now in front of our eyes. If you think all of this is just a coincidence, folks, it's been planned for many, many years. I would say decades, many decades. Also, MoonPay and MasterCard partner for global stablecoin payment card and explore new crypto to buy. So like I said, going mainstream. Also, Swift to begin digital assets integration in November of 2025. Swift's 2025 digital asset trials mark a major step toward merging traditional banking with blockchain-powered finance. So again, this old antiquated enterprise, payment rails, they're set to be transformed, and this is what's going to really set this industry on fire. And I believe that Ripple and Swift will work together. And Ripple will become the new company to essentially transform this current the current technology. And it's so antiquated, it's not even funny. So Ripple, and then Ripple using XRP as its main cross-border payment solution. It's going to be a fun ride, folks. So buckle up. Also, Texas Bitcoin reserve bill heads to key reading before final floor vote. If not passed by adjournment on June 2nd, SB 21 dies and would need to be reintroduced in a future session. So we know they're trying to join New Hampshire and what was the other one, Arizona, to pass these Bitcoin reserve bills. A lot of other states have been shooting it down. I probably wouldn't recommend it at the moment. If Bitcoin were, at the lows, I just don't see the point on doing it right now. But as long as they're not, going all in at all-time highs, and they're using it as a way to just stockpile it and not spend tax dollar money or anything like that. And if it's like through seizures and things like that, just hold on to it. That makes more sense to me. But when it comes to actually, taking taxpayer dollars or what have you, I don't think that that's a wise decision. It'd be different if we weren't at new all-time highs. But going into there, let me know what you think of this news in the comment section below. We'll continue the conversation there. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again in the next video.